All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
Or sometimes 5 shows a week, and that music still gets me hyped basically every single time. First of all, I saw your comments after the Saturday show. The audio did not pick up when I shared my screen. If that happens, I'm going to be checking the comments right now. Please let me know. And obviously, you guys know it is a boots week. I was traveling last week for the boots. I'm traveling this week for boots. I'm traveling next week for boots. So sometimes we have to deal with these, I guess, less than ideal setups, less than ideal streaming times, but it is what it is. I'm definitely grinding as hard as I can to deliver you some of the content. And I thought it was a great week in Miami last week. Obviously, we went in the betting world. We went with a single bullet Scotty Scheffler, finished solo too. So he was definitely there, played well. But what Cameron Young did was aspirational stuff. And the course played very, very similar to how we thought. It was a lot lower scoring than people may have thought in the other surfaces. So hopefully we can head to so I'm getting on a plane soon. I'm getting on a plane soon to get to Quail Hollow and hopefully deliver you some groundbreaking or just confirm your original beliefs of Quail Hollow. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my screen up. I'm also going to be monitoring the comments. If you can't hear me, please let me know and I'll get that fixed so we don't have to go through that again. I definitely apologize that. And shout out the Monster Ultra. I need to try that one. I'm a White Monster truther, so I'm sure this one is beautiful. So shout out Piano Man. All right, screen is coming up. We are going to go through the Twitter thread as we always do, and then I'll come back really quick to make sure my audio is still there. Here we go. So Quail Hollow, shout out you guys for liking the Twitter thread. Always just some great information here. I love doing these every single week. Boots Week, I'll be there tomorrow getting eyes on everyone and everything that matters. But we do have strong history around Quail Hollow. Before I go any further, let's check the comments. How we doing? How we doing? Can you guys hear me? I see nothing negative yet. I'll give it a few minutes to make sure the stream pops up. But this has never happened. Never happened. Audio is working with the share. We are good. Thank you very much. It just happened. I don't know why it happened last time. So we got strong course history here at Quail Hollow. We've seen this course a ton of times. PGA Championship last year as well. Some winning stat lines over the last 6 winners at Quail Hollow, including the PGA Championship, averaged a little over 3.5 off the tee. A lot on approach, 6.2. That's 9.57 strokes gained ball striking on average. Clearly, an elite ball striking background is required. Putting in around the green, the putter is definitely more prevalent to success than the around the green numbers here. Distance is, we're going to get there. Distance is very much more important than accuracy. The average distance rank for a winner is 14th in the field. The average green in regulation ranked is 6th in the field. So that is a bomber with control of their irons. So how do we find these guys? What do they do coming into the week? So I looked at the last 6 winners and I looked at their last 10 starts leading up to their win. This is how many times they spiked in every single category. And for example, what is a spike? People ask me that all the time. A spike is +4 strokes gained per tournament or +1 on average strokes gained per round over the last 10 starts. So this is how many times, and then in terms of distance or accuracy, a 5% or better margin in terms of distance or accuracy than the field. So this is how many times the last 6 winners spiked coming into the event. So I counted all of them. So that's 6 times 10, that's 60 results, and averaged it out. The average winner spiked 3 times off the tee, 4 times on approach, 1 time around the green, 1 time with the putter, 8 times in terms of distance, 2 times in terms of accuracy. Look how much more prevalent distance is than accuracy leading into the week. We're looking for guys who bomb it coming into the week. Approach, 4 spike medium, 4 spike median. That's not crazy. That's also not nothing. And also, this is not a golf course where anyone could just have a nice week. You need to be a stern long iron player. So we get a lot of shots, 175 plus yards, 56.9%. The median winner proximity of 200-yard plus shots the year they won have ranked 33rd on tour. What is that saying? The last 6 winners, where did they rank in terms of long iron proximity? They ranked anywhere from 1st, 5th, 6th, 7th to like 50th, but on average, 33rd. So that is a high-end long iron player. I think that's a really telling stat, and I really do like what we're working with here with this course history stuff. And it directly connects to the par 5 scoring. The average par 5 scorer, birdie or better percentage, the year they won, ranked 17th on tour. So that's a really good long iron player, a really good par 5 scorer. So the full profile, distance off the tee, spike long iron play, elite ball striking, and spike putting upside. Kind of put that together in different stats with the par 5 scoring, with the long iron play. Some comp courses, not going to read them all out. You can see them right here via Old Vincent at vincerix.com. Course history, it matters, but it's not the end of the world. Informed players who are checking the box that we were looking for can absolutely win here. And as you guys know, the boots are going to be on the ground tomorrow with the boots bullets, with the notes, the fun stuff. I guess I'll say it right now. The boots show, the boots premium show will be Wednesday. I'm going to say around noon, but just check in the Discord, check Twitter. I will, depending on my flight, and the flight situations is really tough. Like, it really is right now. So like I know the flights got canceled on me for Hilton Head, and then I had them booked for Charlotte Spirit. So I wake up a few days ago, Spirit shuts down. I'm like, all right, there go my Charlotte flights. Go on to book them this weekend. They're not cheap. But nonetheless, I need to deliver you guys this information. This is so groundbreaking. So I really appreciate if you could help me use that code BOOTS. These flights are crazy right now. Shout out jet fuel, I guess. Let's bring up the last few winners around around Quail Hollow. Scotty won here. I think it was minus 11. Scotty, sure. Let's confirm that. PGA Championship 2025. Scotty Schauffele, minus 11. And then we have Rory 17, Wyndham 19, Max 8, Rory 10. So the last few winners are from 8 to, I guess, 19 in terms of range. But so we see this golf course play semi hard, and we also see this golf course have some birdies. That is definitely weather related. And looking at the weather this week, also, by the way, if I were to have checked this right now and this said rain all day long, you would have gotten a live boots cancellation. Because I've done that before. I've gotten to a golf course and I've had nothing to do. Like Riviera this year, I was out there for one day and there was nobody on the golf course. So we've got good weather tomorrow. Thankfully, we've got good weather tomorrow. So we got some winds. Hopefully, we can find a day tomorrow that matches up with the way the tournament's going to play. It looks like we're going to get some rain early Thursday morning and some wind. This is going to be a real, I guess, Tambo and Alex talk tomorrow. What does this mean in terms of the wave split? Does this push guys to Friday? Is this lightning going to come in? It seems like a decent chance that it comes in. Wind and rain, going to soften the golf course, make the distance, make the bombers play even heavier. Then after that, we shouldn't have much of an issue. We should easily finish this on Sunday, even if there's a delay on Thursday. But it's looking like Thursday is going to soak up the golf course a little bit. I will get there tomorrow and give you guys the course firmness update, because if it's even a little bit soft on Tuesday, then I think with this added rain on Thursday, it's going to make it play really soft. So that's really strokes gained Rory right there. But I'm not going to say how it's going to play right now. Thankfully, us at Shipping Nation, we have the luxury of finding out exactly what the golf course is going to be. So just give me 24 hours, give me 48 hours, and I will get out there and report on exactly what we're going to see. You cannot get this coverage anywhere else. Use code BOOTS, and you can get it for free to try. And then next week, you'll get it elsewhere. PGA Championship around Mick. I will be there. Next thing I want to touch on is some contest selection. This is a contest that we talk about every once in a while, but I don't like to abuse it. But I really like the $10 18 max this week. It has a nice payout structure. Always a nice payout structure, but I just love this $5K up top and 500 to 10th place. There's 5,800 people in here, and this contest just feels like it's always just growing and getting better. But it is a perfect payout structure. You can finish inside the top 1,000. You only have to beat 12 24% of this field to cash your $10. And if you have 18 entries in there, $180, you could definitely have a nice chance to win 5K this week. You definitely can do it. And we've had some Ship It Nation members do that. But here is the DFS board. Rory leads the way. Cam Young, Xander, Schauffele, all over 10K. The first golfer I wanted to look at is $10,100 Cameron Young, the most recent PGA Tour winner. Everyone's loving Cam Young, and how could you not love Cam Young? Look at what he's done coming in, and this is definitely interesting. He's got 2 wins in his last 4 starts, but this is kind of a really weird profile. He gained 3.7 strokes off the tee last week. Great. Didn't really do anything too special with the irons. He gained 7 strokes putting last week, and he really, really, really made everything last week. That is definitely going to come down. He's gained a ton of strokes putting before. It was the fifth best putting performance of his career. We know he can gain strokes putting, but he's definitely not going to gain nearly 7 strokes back to back. The last time he gained this much was, he gained 10 strokes putting at Sedgefield. He also gained 7 strokes putting a few months ago at Oakmont. Followed that up with 3.4. He followed up his 10.6 with 1.4. So the putter is well right now. We're on Bermuda too. The putter is well, and I do think it's going to be there. But I don't really love how he only gained 0.9 strokes on approach last week. $10,100. Do we want to go back to him? It is a good golf course for him on paper. Let's look at his Quail Hollow history. I mean, he's a Carolina guy. T47, T34, T59. Not the greatest, but I think the incoming form and the style of golf course, the style of player that he is, should make Cam Young confident. But I just kind of worry about the approach play. He's not going to gain this much putting tomorrow. So what do you want to do with Cam Young at $10,100? The second guy I wanted to look at on the DFS board is around $8,600. And he goes by the name of Chris Gotterup. Definitely came back to earth from January and February when he got off that really nice start to the 2026 season. But But Chris Gotterup, he's playing fine. He's coming off of an awful approach week, but we know what he has off the tee. I do not believe Chris Gotterup has ever played this golf course before. No, he has never played this golf course before. But when you think of what Quail Hollow asks you, why can't Chris Gotterup do that? He is a tremendous driver of the golf ball. He hits it really well off the tee, and look at what he's been doing off the tee right now, coming off of that really weak approach at Cadillac, which is not really enticing, but I love the driver putter profile. Think Rory McIlroy. Rory McIlroy is a peak driver putter guy, and that is what Chris Gotterup also can be. I love the comp. I love the style of golfer that he is to play well on this golf course. I don't really care that it's the first time here. I think he's solid enough. He's confident enough, and in a field where Scotty Scheffler's not here and Ludwig is here. But really, just Scotty Scheffler's not here. Cam Young. I do like Chris Gotterup 8,600 for the ceiling that he brings, for the style of golf that he brings to the table. Next thing I want to touch on is the betting board. Let's take a look at some of the odds for the week. Rory McIlroy opens up about 5.5 to 1. He's definitely going to be different in some spots. Cam Young 8.5 to 1. Xander 11, then Fitzy 16, Ludwig 16. This is an absurd betting board in my opinion. I don't really like it at all. So hopefully I get out there. I probably will also be going with a smaller card this week. I'll warn you guys right now, because anytime I go with a golfer, like I went with plus 350 Scotty Scheffler last week. I want to have a 7x ROI all year long. I don't want to go with another 7x card this week. So I want to go with probably like a 14, 20x card. Could be a single bullet. Could be I don't know. It could be a one or two guy, 20 to 1 golfer, but I need to get the ROI back in order in terms, I can't go 3 to 1 every week. And if you're on Twitter and you're seeing people bet like 4 to 1 Scotty with someone else every single week, they're not winning long-term. I only have one outright winner this year, but if I structure it the right way, I don't need to have a lot of outright winners this year to profit. So I just preach process. I know Tambo and Alex preach process. I preach that so well in terms of the outright style of betting. So we're going to probably have a smaller betting card this week. Just wanted to let you guys know before you see it on Wednesday, whenever the final report is up. And you're like, oh, Matt's only betting 1 or 2 outrights this week. It's all for a reason. Hopefully it's the winner. Hopefully we get on someone in contention. But one guy I wanted to touch on the betting board is 31-1 Sam Burns. Sammy B. He is a Bermuda man. He's a golfer who is very aggressive off the tee and can gain that 6 strokes off the tee if he really, really gets going. But I love what he's doing with the approach. He's gained on approach in 4 straight starts for the first time since the summer of last year. And that summer of last year was a near win at the U.S. Open, a T4 at Caves Valley. So I think the Sam Burns trend is in the right direction. The putter is fine. He's gained strokes in 4 or 5 starts, and look how many strokes he's gained putting. He's gained 5, 6, 7 in 3 of his last 5 starts. I love what he's doing. I love the style of golf that he is, and I think this is a great golf course for him. I want to touch on his course history. I don't think it's anything amazing, but he's got a T13 here, T19 at the U.S. Open, and he's gained a ton of strokes putting on these Bermuda greens. We know how solid he is on Bermuda. So Sam Burns is one golfer that I really want to touch on. I love the outright number, and I love the ceiling that he can bring in to this week, especially with no Scotty Scheffler here. He doesn't have to be scared. He could beat his best boy by him not even being there. So let's look at the sites. Let's look at what we are dealing with this week. Let's bring the code up. Let's bring the code up real quick. Bear with me. We're traveling, so we don't have a second screen, but this is the life we have to live. So use that code BOOTS, and you can get all of this: the projections, the showdown information, the Stone 2.0, the slate plan, and everything in between. It will all be updated as you guys check out the site during the week. We are not going to rush anything, and more than anything, you're going to get the boost bullets. You're going to get all of my content player by player. I'm thinking I see around 35 to 40 golfers tomorrow. I'll have them all listed out there, and please let me know who you need to see so I can try to get out there and get as many golfers as possible. I do not think there's a Pro-Am tomorrow, which is great because that means I could see a ton more golfers. And in Pro-Am weeks, they play 1 golfer at a time with 4 other amateurs, and it's tough to see a ton of guys, but I think the Pro-Am is on Wednesday, so I should be able to see a ton of golfers tomorrow. Use code BOOTS and get that stuff. And then also, while you're here, while you're on the sites, you're going to go right here, winner circle. Shout out you guys as well. Flying that flag, using these logos. Look what you guys did last week. Look at what's going on. 50K, 20K, 5K, and 2 444 tickets. Ton more. Fly that flag. If you do it, you win. You can get a ton of cool stuff. Free Ship It Nation months. Free swag. And just like you get 1 free month that parlays into 2 free months. You're winning again. So use the content. Help us help you. There's no better place to get all of this information, from the boots to all of the stuff, the Saber Sim. You can use it on any single package. And not any single package, but most packages. If you want every single sport, baseball is going on right now. You can go to All Access plus Optimizer, the ultimate package. You can get 10% off. You can also try it for free right now. Every single sport, if you're a DFS tryhard like some of us are. But if you just want the golf, PGA plus Optimizer. If you want Saber Sim, if you just want the content, you just want the boot stuff, right here. Use that code, and we will get going. But now it's time to talk about a few more golfers. A golfer that I think is going to be chalky. A golfer that I think is a nice pivot. And then one guy that I'm on. We're not going to talk about the model yet. The model is going to come on the Wednesday show because I like doing the model after I see the golf course, after I walk the golf course. So bear with me until we talk about the model then. So chalky golfer of the week, who I think is going to be chalky. He is actually in this 10K range. He's coming off some really nice golf, and he goes by the name of Xander Schauffele. Xander Schauffele is coming in off of a T12, a T9, a T4, and a solo 3. And just look at how well the dude is hitting the ball. He's gained a ton of strokes ball striking. He has that ball striking ceiling that we look for in the trends. And look at the course history, guys. Like, look at the course history from old Xander Schauffele. Old Xander Schauffele, T28 at the PGA Championship, runner-up. I'm going to use that President's Cup victory as a win for Xander Schauffele. T14, I'm just kidding. T14, he's played this golf course so well. He's playing so well right now. It's not rocket science. He's got to get the putter going, get the short game going. I do worry about this around the green thing. I've been wondering about Xander's around the green for a long time, but we know he's a great all-around player. They didn't invent the term all green Xander for nothing. He's usually very all green. I think one of these weeks is coming sooner than later. So Xander Schauffele, I think, is a very solid play this week, and he is going to be chalky for a reason. So do with that information as you want. A pivot this week is going to be down the board a little bit. He is only $8,500 this week, and he's not coming in the best of form. He's coming off of a T30. He has not gained strokes on approach in serious amounts since the Pebble Beach. But the thing that Maverick McNealy does well is generally drive it really well and putt it really well. That's the same stuff that Rory McIlroy does well. And the driver putter build works so well at Quail Hollow. Literally, Rory wins here every damn time. And he's a very similar style of golfer to Rory in terms of what he does well. So the driver is not the best right now, but he's too solid of a driver. He's a plus driver overall. I do not think he's going to just be red in the driver for too much long. I think it's going to come back to earth very, very soon. And I love Maverick at this low ownership, at this nice pivot point. So Maverick McNealy is the pivot of the week, in my opinion, at $8,500. And finally, the one golfer that I am on. It's a golfer that I play once in a while. He's high ceiling. He's young. He's a PGA Tour winner. And his name is Ryan Gerard. Ryan Gerard, 26 years old, out of Jupiter, Florida, $7,300, coming in off of some nice ball striking weeks. Finished T30 at Doral. He finished T33 at Harbortown. But the putter is treating him right. The putter is doing some good things for Ryan Gerard. Usually he's kind of a liability. But his best surface is Bermuda. Quail Hollow is Bermuda. And Quail Hollow is a golf course that he played really, really well at. Last year, the PGA Championship, finished T8. Gained over 10 strokes ball striking and was about even around the green. So I am definitely in on Ryan Gerard at $7,300 because I think he has an amazing ceiling. I think what he asked for this golf course is I think he possesses what this golf course asked for. So Ryan Gerard is the one golfer that I am on. As always, song of the day. You guys might know this one. I'm kind of wearing a shirt, Sleeping with Siren shirt. So Sleep with Siren song. If I'm James Dean, you're Audrey Hepburn, a tried and true banger, cult classic. Check out the playlist, check out the content. Boots on the ground tomorrow. And then the showdown content is coming Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I know I will be traveling Charlotte, Philly, Florida. So bear with the showdown times this week. But we're hustling, and I appreciate you guys working with me. As always, anything you need, shoot me a DM, shoot me a Discord text, and then we'll go from there. So hope you guys enjoy the content. I'll catch you guys Wednesday for the Boots on the Ground show. And as always, let's ship it.